No, I found it all right. I'm here, I guess, obviously.
All right, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it to your appointment. You realize the importance of attending these sessions.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I begin, I just want to touch on an important issue, which is that you need to be aware that what we communicate to each other is for the most part private. However, there are some limits to that. For example, if there's risk of harm to yourself or anyone else, I have a duty to report that. I also have to report a general status of our meetings to my supervisor, who sends it on to the proper authorities, but it will only report the necessary required information, not the details of what we discuss. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I guess, whatever.
Okay, let's start talking about the reason that you're here. It was drunk driving, right? Let me see. Yeah, that was it. A number of DUIs. Do you want to talk about that?
Well, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. I guess you seem to have all the information there. I was out with some buddies after work and had a few drinks. The cops happened to be waiting around the corner, just waiting for the first guy to come out of the bar, and they stopped me. And they charged me, I guess, after giving me the test, which is bullshit. Those things are not accurate anyway. Headed to the courts, and now I'm here. So it's either this or jail, I guess.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with having the odd drink. However, getting behind the wheel of a car after you've had a few drinks is maybe not the best idea. I just want to clarify so we're on the same page. What I'm hearing you say is that you had a few drinks to relieve some stress, you blew the limit, so you've been forced to come here and deal with a problem that it sounds like you don't think you have.
It's not that I don't think I have it, I don't have it.
First thing I like to do is get right to the problem. I know you don't think you have a problem, but we're not going to get anywhere until we can define a problem. So can you tell me how many DUIs that you've had?
Well, if you really need to know, you can just look in your file there, I guess. It's been more than one.
Yeah, it says here that you've had 3. It seems as though this might be a bit of a problem. How many drinks did you have the night the last time you were stopped?
A couple, I don't know. I wasn't drunk, right? I just had a few drinks, nothing out of the ordinary.
So you say just a few drinks. Can you be more specific? Was it 4, 8?
A few drinks is just a few drinks, like I said.
Okay, how many exactly? I need a number.
Let's say 2. 2 or 3.
Can you tell me how often you drink?
But I don't really think that's any of your business, and I don't see how that's relevant to me coming here and have to go through this bullshit process, right?
Brent, I think if we're going to get anywhere, you're going to have to answer my questions.
Fine, whatever.
So how often do you drink?
I don't think that's really any of your business. I don't see how that matters for the sake of this bullshit process.
Can you tell me if you've ever drank in the morning?
No, I don't drink in the morning.
Have you ever experienced a blackout?
No, I have never experienced a blackout. I'm not a blackout drinker. I have a few drinks after work to unwind with my buddies.
Obviously, there's some concern about your drinking, or you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I guess if that's the information you have, whatever, yeah. I don't have a problem. There's no issue with my drinking.
Do you think that maybe you're in a situation that you should be concerned about?
No, I don't think this situation is any concern to me. It shouldn't be a concern to you either, or the courts.
I'd like to share a personal story with you, and I think it's really, really relevant to this situation. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I don't care, whatever. Go ahead, tell me your story.
I had an aunt who loved to ride her bike. She rode it everywhere. She cycled to work almost every day, except when it was too cold in the winter. She was a serious cyclist. She even did a few bike trips in the Rockies. She did the Golden Triangle. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't give a shit about the Golden Triangle.
Anyway, it's a huge cycle trip. It starts in Banff, it ends up in Golden, BC. Anyway, 3 days of hardcore cycling. The last day of the trip, my aunt was hit by a drunk driver. She was airlifted to the hospital in Edmonton and she died later that day of her injuries. The guy that hit her didn't even realize that he had hit a person. I was told that he was screaming and yelling at people after the accident, saying he wasn't sure what he'd hit, what happened. I wonder if he thought he had a problem. What do you think?
I think I have no idea why you're telling me this story. I don't have a problem. I've never driven drunk. A few drinks after work, like I told you several times before. This isn't an issue, it's not a problem.
All I can tell you, Brent, is that you were sent here to try and address a problem that a judge thinks you have. You've had 3 DUIs and you may be facing jail time. I'm getting the sense that you're not ready to address this problem right now. Hopefully, after a few more sessions here, you'll come around and we can actually start working towards some goals. I'm wondering if maybe you could do a little bit of reading for me. I've got some pamphlets here. There's a couple on drinking and driving and one on alcohol and such. I'd like you to have a look at them.
Some pamphlets. Okay, whatever.
So we'll see you again next week, I guess, eh?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.